what you said or not. You got a chance to correct it, right? That's the second step that he took. I saw that with my own eyes. And then, of course, he did one other. He took his third step at that point. At that point, he said, I have made my decision. He says, I'm ready to announce this decision. However, before I can announce this decision, I want the chiefs to come up here to me. No, he said, I want the chiefs to hang heads. Now, that's a Liberian expression for, get yourself together and think. Hang head. We got to go hang head, y'all. So they went and hung heads. All the chiefs. You can see them over there with the heads hanging. And they talked. And they talked. And they talked. And they talked. And what the president had asked them was, what outcome do you want? The charges you made. Now, what do you want to be the outcome? He didn't ask them what's legal. He didn't ask them what the law said. He didn't ask them what precedent was. There's a precedent. It says this case, and you decide that case because this case did that case. No. He said, what outcome would satisfy you, would make you happy? And they came back, and they didn't give him all the information he needed. He said, because I can make a decision now. He said, but, for example, do you want this oil palm company run out of Cape Mount County? Yeah, that's one decision I can make, because you inferred from that he knew they were illegal in what they did. Or he was getting ready, because he called the chief, that meant he was getting ready to rule against the oil company. So, but he's getting ready to find out how far to go. Because you can go so far, you can be so vindictive, you can mess everything up. So he asked him, do you want this company to go? And the chief said, oh no, that's not what we want. We just want our land respected. We want our houses rebuilt. We want our farms back. And we don't want to be messed with. That's what we want. He said, in fact, we want the oil company to be here because they provide jobs and stuff like that. So that's not what we would see as a solution that we would see. We see the president's already been helped. Now, once you tell him that, he said, okay, now I know what to do. So he closed the court down at that point. And then he came back. And he said, the oil company is guilty. It destroyed this property. It must rebuild every house it knocked down. It must restore all land that is exchanged to this. He said, that's what you have to do. He said, but, however, people don't want you to leave. And you're a business. And a business has to make money to stay in business. So it's only fair for us to find a way for you to do business in Cape Mount County. He said, so they're going to have to find some land that's good growing land, and we're going to have to give them sufficient acreage on lease basis, and we're going to have to let them alone. Can't be coming back every 2 years to mess with them. We're going to have to let them alone, and then they will be able to grow this stuff at a profit and so forth and so on. They did that. Gave the land to the oil company and guaranteed the security of the negotiation, and then announced a principle of law. He said, and by the way, any other company, rubber company, iron company, anybody that wants to do business in Liberia, you cannot destroy the home, you cannot take the farmland of the people, because a village can't exist. I mean, if you've ever been to some of these small towns, they rotate their crop through seven sections. And if somebody says, oh, this empty land not being used, you're taking somebody's food for year 5. You can't do that. So he protected the entire nation with this legal principle that was created in an attempt to harmonize. You understand what I'm saying? So in effect, you had a president who was by himself, but you had a decision that was collective. The people stood up on both sides and gave him a standing ovation. I mean, here's the oil company up, and everybody, they cheered for almost an hour. Because he had found a way in a difficult circumstance to make harmony. Not to make one person dominate another, or one set of people dominate another, but to make peace in the family. My eye. See, there it is, coming from all the way across the continent. That's what I know about. I know that 2 heads are better than one. I know that you can get more done collectively than you can get done by yourself. That's the African way. And I know that liberation leadership comes when you go inside yourself to go outside yourself.